of IGWAMITI Secondary School, Laikipia County. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is 1&2s. I come from Nairobi, but I go to schools in different parts of the country on an empowerment mission that has been going on since 2015. 1&2s is a professional trainer on strategy, performance management, change management, and also leadership. He also writes widely on the same areas, and he has been published in the Daily Nation, Business Daily, Standard, until he started writing a column in a magazine called Small and Medium Enterprise Today, where he wrote on a monthly basis for 5 good years, 2013 to 2018. And during that time, also as I trained in organizations with authority from the National Industrial Training Authority, I noticed a problem. And the problem became of great concern to me. I noticed that more than 80% of people who are employed, they are totally dispassionate about what they do. And I saw a lot of wasted people going to school and then ending up being disempowered. And as I researched on that, I noticed that more than 50% of Kenyan school graduates are unemployed. Are you aware of that? Yes. Hakuna kazi. Now it is more than 60%. These are the figures that we have been given recently by senior leadership in the government. And me, when I came across that problem, I decided to solve the problem through what we call a bottom-up empowerment strategy. Because I realized that if performance is threatened at this level, or from 1, or from 2, or from 3, or from 4, what happens? It extends. It continues going up until when you reach employment, you are just a mediocre performer. Are we together? That's how I started the bottom-up empowerment strategy. And the first thing I did was to write a book titled Career Dynamics in the 21st Century, which I first wrote in 2015, and this is it. Career Dynamics in the 21st Century. Your principal has a copy of the same. Then later on, I wrote another one titled Living Beyond Survival, No More Tiptoeing in Life. The principal again has a copy of the same, and I want to imagine that more copies will be acquired for you to continue benefiting not only from this seminar, but also from the books. You can hear me clearly at the back? Yes. You can hear me clearly? Yes. Very good. Now, why do I go to school? I've just explained to you how I wrote the 2 books. And the first book, which I wrote in 2015, was used for architecture of the new curriculum, CPC. And it was approved for circulation in schools, and I started getting invited in schools. And here in Laikipia, I have been to quite a number of schools. The first one was Dururumo. You know Dururumo? Yes. I had a seminar for teachers in February 2021. Then June, I had a seminar for teachers of Bishop Louis. You know Bishop Louis? Yes. Then there's another school, a very well-performing school called Biro. Yes. You know Biro? Yes. I conducted a seminar in May 2021, and most recently, 2023, I conducted another seminar in a Laikipia school called Nanyuki Garrison Secondary School. So, this is the next school that I'm conducting a seminar, And next week, I'll also be in a school called St. Jude, again in Laikipia, where I'll be conducting a seminar, this time for teachers. So, for me to be here, it is a courtesy of the principal of this school. Si apigiwe makofi tafadhali. Now, let's get into serious business. Let's get into serious business. Abdullah. Any Abdullah? Thank you. This umbrella looks ordinary, looks colored, looks many things. But there is one special thing about each and every umbrella. I want to know what you people think is in common with all umbrellas. Can somebody tell me something about the umbrella? What is in common with all umbrellas? Hey, please volunteer. Please volunteer and say something about the umbrella. Say something. Huh? Yeah? Huh? About what is in common with all umbrellas? By the way, who are from 2s? Is it this side or this side? All. Yes. You are spread all over? Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. The umbrella. Let's not waste so much time on it. The thing is, this umbrella and every other umbrella, they are used for what? Protecting us from rain and sun. Now, for you to open the umbrella or for you to use the umbrella, it must be open. If it is not open, it becomes a walking stick, isn't it? Yes. But once it's open, it's able to help you to protect you from rain and sunshine. Now, in the same way, I want you to open your mind, just like this umbrella. Because once you open your mind, what happens? You are able to gather new ideas. Are we together? Yes. If you don't open your mind, what happens? Are you able to open to gather new ideas? No. So, in this session, which will last as 3 hours, there's a lot to learn. But you can only learn if you have an open mind. Are we together? Yes. Are we not going to have an open mind throughout the session? Yes. And even thereafter? Yes. Thank you. Now, the seminar today is titled Creating the Future Today. What you are learning from today henceforth will be useful for you throughout your life. So, what you are supposed to do is to understand what you learn, how it applies in your life, now while you are in school, and even after you leave school. Why am I telling you to arrange yourself with your natural orientation? You become useful in the society, in the marketplace, throughout your life. Are we together? Yes. Look at this man. He's called who? Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died, and when he died, the family is now richer than he was when he was alive. Are we together? Yes. Because whatever work he was doing is still required by the society and the marketplace. This one is called, now, Greatness starts from very humble beginnings. Who is that? Professor Madai left the lecture room at university when she was 40 years because she wanted to follow her passion. And her passion was none other than planting trees. And she planted one tree at a time, and eventually she shaped the whole world from very humble beginnings. And we could see her going through what she was passionate about, through experiencing quite a lot of challenges in the early stages. Today, she is remembered everywhere in the world because of following her passion of planting trees and making people understand how important planting trees. And this one, my very final appeal. How many of you are swimmers? How many of you are swimmers? Wow, happy New Year, Makofi. When swimming, when do you enjoy swimming? Along the tide or against the tide? Along the tide or against the tide? Along the tide. Now it's very enjoyable when you are swimming along the tide. Now, in the same way, when you align yourself with your natural orientations, now life becomes very enjoyable because it's like swimming along the tide. And if you don't follow your personal compass, just like I've told you, you know what it's likely to be? Like this ship. This ship is driven by a compass. If it doesn't follow that compass, what happens? If the compass gets destroyed, what happens? It sinks, isn't it? Don't allow yourself to sink when you have an opportunity to align yourself with your natural orientation or your compass, and eventually becoming a great individual. Why? Great individuals become great team players, and great team players make great organizations, and great organizations and in these great organizations, people get the deserving great rewards. Is that going to happen from individuals coming from IGWAMITI secondary school from today henceforth? Yes. If that is going to happen, I rest my case now for the week. I have rested my case.